Hello everyone, welcome back to Real Reds Talk. Today we're going to be reacting to our big season prediction before obviously everything kicked off. We got the lads on the show. Not everyone's here today. I think about 50% of us, but there's about 5 or 6 of us who all made pretty bold predictions, including Premier League winners, top 5, top scorer, player of the season, flop of the season, signing of the season, etc. and a couple others. So yeah, we're going to kind of have a look back, reflect, and see some of the mad decisions that we made. There's some really good shouts, I have to say, in there. Some really like bang-on ones, accurate. It surprised me a little bit. Decisions that we made. And also really introduced a bit of a point system as well. So whoever got the most right, like bang-on ones, accurate, wins the little Real Reds trophy. So that's, and you could tell, you know, Sam and Civir are really ambitious about that, and can't wait to win that. So that's always good stuff. Lads, just before we get into before we look back at any of the predictions, fair to say the season didn't go the way most expected, right? And this is why, just to kind of preempt it, why it's hard to make predictions. Anyone?
Sorry, I was typing shit. I'm not good at predictions. I'm really bad at it, as you can see by my fantasy football
Hey,
thing. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's
I'm not great.
Not done too bad.
I'm not great at it normally, so I'll take what I can get. I'm sure because me and Chivy went quite negative, I think, from what I remember, compared to the rest of you. I think we were quite sort of stepped back, so it'd be interesting. It's interesting to see.
I have no recollection.
You won't though. It was a year ago, wasn't it? Like,
yeah,
a lot happens in a year, man. A lot.
I think the only thing I kind of remember saying was maybe 4th or 5th. I think I was quite certain that we'd make Champions League. I think so. I think I was.
Some of us quite certain we go quite far in the Champions League as well, but we'll get into that in a minute. Yeah, make sure you get involved in the comments, smash a like on the video, and hit that subscribe button. We're going to kick things off with the first prediction that we made on the show at the very start of the season, and that is Premier League winners. Can you remember who you said, lads?
Did I say City? I must have said City.
Chivy?
City or Arsenal?
Yeah, everyone. No, you wouldn't have said Arsenal. You would have.
I was going to say Chivy. You wouldn't have predicted that. You wouldn't have said that.
Everyone said
I think
City.
I was afraid. I was afraid of Arsenal. I'm not. Yeah. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. So there was me, you, Sam, Shreyas, Dan, and Adam on the show, and all of us said City. So all of us have got a point there. Now, top 5. Sam, I'll start with you. Can you remember what you said?
Did I say City, Arsenal, Liverpool? Did I get those 3 right?
So
or did I say Liverpool second?
4th.
Or did I put Liverpool 4th?
Yeah, you did.
Did I put
City, Arsenal, Liverpool in there?
Did I put Spurs 3rd?
Nope.
Chelsea?
Put Chelsea 3rd.
I put Chelsea 3rd.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. That's
To be
terrible.
fair, second half of the season,
yeah,
they
went
fucking
up
far
a bit.
off, was they?
Had they played like the second half of the season, the first half of the season, I might have got close to that. But 3 out of 4 is not bad. That's not
so
too
it's
bad.
top 5. Do you know who you put 5th?
Us?
Yeah. United.
So
So
3 out of 5.
Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, United. 3 points for that.
Yeah.
So 3 out of 5.
I'm alright. I'm alright with that. I'll take that.
Yeah. Chivy?
I don't remember,
So-
but I'll say.
I'll try spark your memory because you said 1 at first and then you changed it when I watched it back.
I'm gonna go City, Arsenal, Liverpool, United, Spurs.
You said City, Liverpool, so Liverpool 2nd, Chelsea 3rd,
Yeah.
Arsenal 4th, and United 5th.
No, it's 5th. Okay.
Why
That's
did we
3
both
points.
put? Why did we both put Chelsea 3rd? Like,
I
what
think
happened
a
there?
lot of people are optimistic with the money that they were spending and like, yeah, I don't know what it was.
What did you say?
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said City, Liverpool, United. I had United 3rd.
Wow.
Arsenal and then Newcastle in 5th.
Interesting.
So I also got 3 points, but Newcastle and United obviously didn't get in there.
Yeah.
But it's one of them, like, you look at United the way we finished the season, Carabao Cup in 3rd, and then we spent another 150 million on top of that. No one would have thought it would have gone like
Injuries,
the
wasn't
way
it?
did.
Nobody predicted the amount of injuries we were going to get. Like
No.
that's what killed us. So
Absolutely crazy. Okay, relegation. This is where it starts getting a bit interesting. Chived, do you want to kick us off with that? Who do you think got relegated?
how did he put someone weird?
I'm sure. I'm sure that I did not care about the relegation side.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Any
I
guesses?
don't know. I have no idea. Did I do this? No, I can't even tell you.
You said Bournemouth, Wolves, and Luton.
Wow.
Right, that was a guess. That was a good.
Well, if you remember at the time, lads, Wolves, Lopetegui just left, hadn't he?
Yeah.
And it was like, it looked like, oh my god.
Sold all the players. Sold all the players as well.
Yeah, but I mean, fucking hell, he's done well. And Bournemouth, likewise, under Iraola, however you pronounce his name, has done well. Hazard to guess, Sam, who you went for?
I must have said Sheffield and Burnley. I must have done.
No, you didn't say Burnley. You said Sheffield.
Did I say Luton?
Yeah, Luton was the other one.
I don't know. Fucking hell. Did I put Wolves as well?
Yeah, you put Wolves as well.
Jesus Christ.
Wolves
2 out of 3.
Relegated.
2 out of 3 is not too bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I'll take that.
Not bad. Jimmy, you got 1, so that's a point on the board. 2
I
points on
got
the board
1.
for Sam. Yeah, so you said Bournemouth, Wolves, and Luton.
Yeah.
So Luton.
What did you go with, Nick?
Yeah. I went with Luton, Sheffield, and Everton.
It's a fair shout with Everton, wasn't it? That's a fair shout.
Everton, I just thought season before. I mean, they've been fighting relegation for fucking 2 years straight.
And then the points deductions as well. You're almost there, man.
Do you want to know who Dan said?
Oh fucking hell!
Dan said Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, and Brentford. They were his 3.
Fucking hell!
Yeah.
Crystal Palace finished. I think Crystal Palace finished like 8th or 9th or
10th,
something.
10th, I think it was. No,
and
just
then,
above Brighton, it might have been. I'm not sure.
And then where did Brentford finish? What, 14th?
Yeah.
And then who was the other one he said?
He said Palace, Bournemouth, Brentford.
Yeah, so
Bournemouth finished like 13th, I think.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
So, yeah. Top goal scorer.
I must have said Haaland.
I think everyone probably said Haaland.
Correct, Chip. Absolutely spot on. Every single person said Erling Haaland, and he did win it. So everyone was right there. And you go to the points tally. I was hoping to have a couple of the other lads on because I wanted to go through it with them. Adam 6 points, Chivy 6 points, Sam 7 points, Shreyas 7 points, Dan 5 points, and I got 7 points as well. So me, Shreyas, and Sam leading the front at the moment. Dan at the bottom. Top goal scorer for United.
I don't imagine I picked Højlund. I can't imagine I did.
You was toying with the idea.
It was a toying with the idea.
You went to commit and then you switched it.
Did I pick Bruno?
Nope.
No. I can't remember.
We went Rashford.
Did we all go Rashford?
No, so Adam went Rashford. He said he'd get 27 goals. I was going to say to him, you got the 7 right because he only got 7. Chivy said Rashford, Sam said Rashford, Shreya said Rashford, and me and Dan said Højlund. And at the time as well, I said Rashford will fall off just to give myself a little bit of a.
So who was our top scorer?
Højlund.
Oh, did he really?
16 goals. Yeah, 16
In the
goals.
league?
No, in all comps.
All comps.
Yeah.
Oh, all competitions. Okay.
Yeah, correct. I think he was joint with
McTominay,
was it? Or Bruno? I think it might have been with one of them. In the league, I mean. But in all comps, it was Rasmus. So yeah, me and Dan got that one right. Player of the season for the Premier League and Manchester United. So obviously the ones that won it, Foden won it for the Prem. And Bruno won it for us, but then Dallo got players played, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's correct, right? Yeah. So who did we guess, or who do you reckon you went for, Chive?
Lisandro or Casemiro, maybe.
Nope.
No? Did I go Rashford?
You went for the same player on both sides.
Interesting.
Like to be player of the season in the Prem and at Man United. Yeah. Fuck off, I didn't say that.
May my mother die in front of me right now, you said that. I promise you.
Did I go Lisandro or Casemiro?
Nope, none of them.
I couldn't have said Rashford, bro.
Nah, you didn't say Rashford. You didn't say Rashford.
Then who the fuck is it?
Keep going, you'll get there. You mentioned all the big players apart from one.
Did he say Bruno?
Yeah, Bruno.
I said Bruno.
Yeah. Player of the season for United and player of the season in the Premier League. Bruno Fernandes.
Well, thank God. I don't imagine myself saying that. So I got a point for that at least. Or half a point.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, you can have it. Yeah, because obviously you got it. Matt Busby one, didn't it? Is it Matt Busby? Sir Bobby Charlton?
It's Matt Busby.
Matt Busby, yeah.
No, isn't Busby there? Busby is the one for the kids.
No, that's the Jimmy.
No, that's
Jimmy Murphy,
isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy, you're the man. Sam.
I did not.
Can
do
you
well,
remember? This is a
Sam
shock.
definitely said
Not a shock,
Martinez.
but for you, it surprised me a
Oh,
lot.
really?
Yeah.
I don't
Who did
remember
you
a
think
bit.
was going to be United's player of the season?
I can't remember. Did I say Luke Shaw or something like that? Yeah.
Luke Shaw.
Do you know what? Do you know what? This is what I based it off, because last season he didn't get injured at all, and he was available all season, and he was great.
No. I'm not surprised that you pick. Well, I'm surprised because like Luke Shaw is one of the players that you criticize the most.
Yeah. But I thought
That's
because
why
of
I
that
was surprised.
season, he had that fantastic season at under
He
10
did have
Hag.
a
I was
good
like,
season.
right,
Yeah.
he's good. This is it now, and it just didn't happen, did it?
It goes to show. That's what I'm saying. Like prediction is so hard. We need to kind of remember this for the next one and not be as bold, because some of the manager ones, my God.
And then
who do you think
Premier League? Did I say De Bruyne or something like that?
Nope.
No.
Do you want me to tell you what team it was for?
Go
I'll
on.
probably get it now. Chelsea.
Caicedo.
Did I say Casido? Did I really?
Caicedo.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I didn't
Who
go
did
well,
I
did
say for Prem?
You said
Bruno.
Bruno. You said for both, mate.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Bruno for both.
Jesus Christ.
Shreyas had Onana and Lisandro, which, quite far away. Adam had Bruno and Gavardio. Dan went Martinez and Haaland. And I went Lisandro and De Bruyne for the season. So no one got any points. Chivy got a point for the Bruno one there. Yeah. So actually you'd go up to 6 points there in the tally.
Up to 6, I got 7.
No, 6 points. He was on 5 points in the last round.
No, you said I was on 6 points. Me and Adam were on 6.
I said Adam 5, you 5, Sam 6, Shreyas 6, Dan 5.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Flop of the season.
Oh, God.
I'll tell you the other lads. Have a think. Adam went with Nkunku. Shreyas went with Havertz.
That didn't work,
Dan
did it?
went with Son.
Son?
Yeah.
Dan's out of his fucking mind.
Yeah. There's a few wild predictions in there.
I think I went with Mason Mount. I remember that.
Yeah, so you went initially, and I'm glad you changed it. You went initially with Declan Rice.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then you went, actually, if I'm being honest, and I was like, thank fucking God he said that. Actually, if I'm being honest, I'll go with Mason Mount. Then he changed it to Mount. So, which in fairness, wasn't far away. Sam, you had a similar process. You went for someone and then switched it. Can you remember who that was?
I want to say I said Havertz. Did I say Havertz? No. I can't remember. No, can't remember. So
you went with Mason Mount, but then you went just to switch it up because Chivy had just said it. You went, I'll go with Gavardio instead for Man City.
I mean, he was poor for a bit and then he came around, didn't he? He turned it around. So
second half of the season for sure. I said Tonali, which in fairness, I
didn't play.
It's weird, isn't it? Because it's subjective. Like can you call him a flop of the season if he just didn't play or if he was injured?
I was gonna say he's banned,
Do you know
didn't
what
he?
I mean?
Like he was banned. So.
Who gets points for that? And Nkunku, is he a flop of the season?
No, he's injured. Mason Mount injured.
Havertz definitely not. Son not. Tonali just didn't fucking play. So I don't think anyone can get points for that.
No.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next section. Signing of the season in the Premier League. Again, have a think, lads. I'll go through. Adam said Declan Rice. Shreyas says Nicholas Jackson for Chelsea. Dan said Tillemans. It's not a bad shout.
It's all right.
Sam, you had a really good shout, actually. It was a bit of an unorthodox one, but it was good. Chivy, can you remember yours? Surprised me a little bit, to be fair. But I think at the time you probably think it's a bit of astute business that they've done. I remember you saying that.
I can't remember.
One of your favourite clubs.
Oh, is it an Arsenal player?
Timber? Did I say Timber?
Yeah, you're in Timber. Yeah, 40 million quid.
Well,
Again, didn't play. Been injured.
Yeah.
In fact, when you look at it, it's weird, isn't it? Because quite a lot of the new signings who bought for like a bit of money were injured.
Yeah.
A lot of them were injured and didn't have any game time whatsoever. It's crazy. Sam, can you remember yours?
I can't remember. Honestly, can't remember.
You said Kudus, however you pronounce it.
He's been good, man. He's been good.
I would give you a point for that because I think he's been fantastic. He's not the signing of the season, but he's out of all the ones we said, he's up there. And Adam said Declan Rice as well.
I think Declan Rice.
I think Adam gets the point. Adam gets the point for that. Yeah,
we'll go with Adam for the point on that one. Right. First manager to be sacked. So Adam went bold and said Postecoglou.
Fucking hell.
Shreyas said Sean Dyche. Dan said Poch, which
technically,
would you class that? Is it? I thought it was mutual consent, right?
Yeah, yeah. And it was after after the season as well, wasn't it? The season had finished.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So and I went Postecoglou as well because I said at the time Spurs, the way they chop and change managers, they've had more managers than anyone in the Premier League. So I just thought Poch will have a honeymoon period and then inevitably he'll be gone. I think you will struggle to remember yours. Who you went with?
Did I say
Did I go with the Wolves? Did I go with the Wolves one?
Nope.
The Bournemouth manager?
Chivy went with the Bournemouth manager. Iraola.
I remember saying whoever that is.
Whoever that is.
Yeah.
Don't even know his name. Don't know his name. Whoever it is.
He went, whoever the Bournemouth manager is. Yeah. Struck him in. I was like, okay. Iraola. No, and I actually said at the time, does anyone know his name in the chat and in the show? And he was like, no idea, not a clue. But in fairness to him, I think he's done a pretty good job. Sam?
I don't know. I really don't know who I said.
Moise. You went with David Moyes.
Yeah, I mean, he did get sacked technically, but it was after the season, wasn't it?
Mutual consent, mutual agreement again on that one.
Yeah.
David Moyes?
Nobody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's gone.
When?
Like just a week ago. Lopetegui's the new manager.
Shit.
Yep.
Of West Ham?
Yeah.
Shit.
Moise. How many points from the first 5 games? So if you flash back, we had Wolves, Spurs, Arsenal, Brighton, Forest, I'm going to say. Is it? Or Palace? It might have been. It might have been, yeah. So how many points do you think we said? Adam said 11 out of 15. Treyas had 14 out of 15.
Wow.
Dan had 10 out of 15.
I think I did the same as Adam. I think I said 11.
Did I say 9?
You went lower.
Oh, did I go lower?
Me and you was the lowest, Sam.
Okay.
Yeah, and we actually got 6 points from our first, I think, our first 5 games.
Did I say 9?
You said 11, so 11 out of 15.
I said 11.
Yeah. 11. So Bournemouth to get relegated, Chiv. 11 out of 15. A couple of.
This was obviously this was before the Brentford game when Chivy just lost his entire season. He just went, nah, I'm done, and checked out.
I said 11.
Yeah. 11. Yep, correct. Shreyas went 14. He thought we'd win them all apart from one.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, okay, so I thought we'd draw to Arsenal and lose to Brighton, or one of the two.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we could win Wolves. We could win
Spurs. And then whatever. I think Forest was the other one as well in August, or whichever one it was.
Okay.
Sam, you went with 8.
8 points. Okay.
8 points. 8 out of 10. Me and you both went 8 out of 10. Okay. So we was the closest. Again, if you want to give a point for that.
How many did we get?
6.
6. Jesus Christ.
6. We got beat off Spurs, and we beat Wolves. Sorry, beat off Spurs. We got beat off Arsenal. Brighton beat us 3-1 as well, didn't they? Played us off the park at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember the one as well. I think we must have won that.
I think unless you're within a point, I don't think you should get a point. I think you have to be within a point. I think that'd be fair.
That's fair.
So.
That's fair. How far? So this is like a bonus question that Adam threw in there. How far did we go in each competition? So, obviously we finished in the Carabao. I think it was the 4th round. We went out to Newcastle, wasn't it? The group stage of the Champions League, and then we won the FA Cup. So, how far in each competition?
I know I myself struggled with this one because I didn't know what the rounds were.
Yeah.
Did I say we'd win the FA Cup?
You did.
Correct.
I did. Yeah. You did.
Oh, shit.
And a few of you did. 4 of you predicted winning the FA Cup. That's the one that was. Adam said FA Cup winner. Shreya said FA Cup winner. Dan said FA Cup winner. And Sam said FA Cup winner.
Interesting.
I was like, backing it. Yeah, I wanted to mention it before we thinking about. It's like, no, I'll save it. For
Did I say last 16 for the Champions League, or did I say quarterfinal?
Quarterfinal, the Champions League.
Quarterfinal.
You said.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. That's not the worst one.
Terrible.
Not for you, anyway. And I think you got Carabao right actually. 4th round.
Is that what I said?
Round?
Okay.
Yeah, so you FA Cup spot on, Carabao spot on.
2 points then.
Yeah,
I'll take
2
that.
points there.
Champions League one. Jesus Christ.
Chivy, you said Carabao quarterfinal. Not too far away. UCL quarterfinal. Champions League quarterfinal. FA Cup semi-final. He said. Again, neither here or there. It's not too far away from either one, whichever way you kind of look at it. I did pretty bad on this one. Carabao semi-final, FA Cup quarters, and Champions League semi-final.
Fucking hell. Champions League
semi-final. Yeah,
to be fair,
I'll go Champions League semi-final as well.
I mean, to be fair, coming off the season that we had,
yeah,
there was room for optimism.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming off the season, like we ended the season like in good spirits. So
yeah,
it was only natural to expect things to happen.
Absolutely. Random guy saying I'm not really acquainted with the names yet, so I don't know. I don't know if you're alluding to us.
I put a poll in the chat as like who's gonna get most predictions.
Right, okay. My bad. Goldbridge predicted it. We win the Champions League. Yeah, I mean, I thought mine was bad semi-final, but Jesus. Aaron saying hope Chivy is holding up all right. Marshall just posted a leaving statement on Instagram. I'm not personally seeing that, but that's fucking hilarious. Right, let's top the points up then. I did have the points on there, but I mean it's gone miscued everywhere. So we all got a point for the City one. So, Sam, add this up as I go through it if you can. Is that all right? Get like something up just to get a proper. The other lads can, they can figure it out for themselves.
Right. So who's this one first?
So this is just Prem winners. We all got 1 point on that, so it's a point each.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, am I doing all three at the same time? Fuck's sake.
I did add it up, but then people started saying, no, don't give it for that, and don't give it for that, and blah, blah, blah.
I think Sam won.
I think I had Sam winning anyway on
Chivy,
mine.
me, Nick. So we all got a point.
A point on the first one.
Yeah.
Yep. And then top 5, we all got 3 points because we all had 3 teams in the top 5.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah. I had Luton and Sheffield in my relegation, so that's 2 points. You had Luton and Sheffield, Sam, that's 2 points. Chivy had Luton out of his 3. That's 1 point.
Okay.
We all had Haaland, so that's a point each.
Yeah.
Top goal scorer for United, I said Højlund and Dan said Højlund, so that's a point each. You guys said Rashford.
So just a point for you.
Yeah. Player of the season and player of the Premier League, none of us got right. No, Chivy got right. Sorry, Chivy got a point on that because of Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno. Cool.
Absolute fluke.
He can't even believe he said it. Flop of the season. Did anyone get points for that, or did we just say because of injuries and stuff?
Well, we can't. It's hard to score that. There's no official flop.
Okay. So no one for that. Signing of the season. Adam said Rice, but everyone else, I mean, again, Rice would probably win that one, wouldn't it, out of the ones.
Yeah, give it to Adam.
In there, so no one got a point with that. First manager to be sacked. No one got that one,
No.
I don't think. How many points for the first 5 games? Me and you were the closest, Sam, but if you don't want to give it...
Because I think if we got within a point, I think we could get something, but I think we could be 2 points away. I think it's probably a bit generous.
And then this one, so you got the 4th round of the Carabao, and you got the FA Cup winners, so that's 2 points. Yeah.
Okay.
Chivy didn't get any of them right, I don't think, and I didn't get any of them right, I don't think either.
And that's all of them, yeah?
And that's all of them, yeah.
Yeah, so Chivy's on 7, you're on 8, and I'm on 9.
There we go. So pretty close. Sam takes the little Real Reds trophy. I wish I had a little, trophy here just to kind of virtually pass it you over, but it goes to show, lads, and anyone's in the chat will know as well. Dino saying himself, I was way off with the predictions this year, but I knew we'd win the FA Cup against City. Everyone seemed really weirdly optimistic about the FA Cup. I don't know if it was because we won the Carabao and they're like, oh yeah, well maybe we can go on and win.
Finished third. We finished third as well.
Yeah.
So there was optimism there. So if you finish third when you to Liverpool for Arsenal and City, above Liverpool and you won a cup, like why would you not feel optimistic that you could do something?
Well, not only did we win a cup, we went to 2 finals.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Sammy's your winner for the predictions this year. If the other lads would have come on, then we might have been a little bit more, a few more competitors, but it is what it is. Dino Lewis just become a Real Red Ultra member again. Thank you very much. He said, just bought my first ever YouTube membership. Not actually gifted one, lol. Had to do it for the best Man United fan channel on here. Thank you, lads. What an absolute legend. And good news for you, Dino. I've just filmed the letter to Eric Ten Hag today, the members video. So that's filmed. It just needs editing, and then it's going to be chucked out for you guys, early access. So if there are any members in the chat, that one's for you guys, and you'll get that a couple of days early before it goes out to the public. Nikish Darrush says, with all the news, Man United need to get to the decision of keeping Ten Hag and concentrate on transfers, or we're never going to get what we want, but other clubs' second-choice players. It was because City went on the piss when they won the league, and they was half cup when they played us. I don't care what it was. We won the league. We won the FA Cup. That's all that matters.
Why is that our fault? Why is that our fault that they were on the piss? Like, we didn't make them do that.
Yeah. Yeah, if they want to try use that as an excuse, that's fine. Yeah. But we outsmarted him, we outclassed him, and Ten Hag got his Pep's number, so I'll take that. Right, we're gonna do a little bit of news, lads, if that's okay with yous. As Aaron just mentioned, Anthony Martial has just put a statement out, so I'm gonna read the statement for you. And Chivy, if you have any Kleenex at the side of you, be prepared.
Should we give after the statements read out? Should we give like Chivy a moment of silence just to so he can take it in.
So, Anthony Martial says, Dear Manchester United fans, it's with great emotion that I write to you today to say goodbye. After 9 incredible years at the club, the time has come for me to turn a new page in my career. Since I arrived in 2015, I've had the immense honour of wearing his shirt and playing in front of you. He didn't write this. I don't think he's written this. The best supporters in the world. You've been an unwavering support through the good times and the difficult. Your passion and loyalty have been a constant source of motivation for me. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. For anyone tuning in now, they're probably just thinking I'm retiring or something. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything you've done for me, your songs, your encouragement, and your love for the club, and memories that will remain engraved in my heart forever. I would also like to express my gratitude to all my teammates, technical staff, and all the members of the club I have met during my 9 years. 9 years? How crazy is that? I'm proud to be able to share these experiences with you. And then the last bit, Manchester United will always be in my heart. This club has left its mark on my career and offered me an incredible opportunity to play in front of you. I'm leaving to take on new challenges. I'll always be a Red Devil, and I'll continue to follow the club's results with passion. Thank you again for everything, and see you soon. P.S. Love you, Chive. Anthony Martial. That's what
I'm just going to light a prayer candle for Chivy. So,
can you get in that? You're going to end up burning.
I've got a lighter that can go in there. Yeah. But yeah, I'll light that for you, Chivy, so you can say it.
Thoughts in the, can we put some love hearts in the chat for Chivy, please, if you do get him in there?
I can't wait for this guy to just go.
His name will never be mentioned again.
Oh my god!
But
like I keep catching strays, even when he's not the topic. I just keep catching strays. Ridiculous. Can't wait.
Chivy is never going to pick a favourite player again, because if it goes tits up, he's just never going to hear the end of it. He's not picking one anymore.
R.I.P. says random guy in the chat's getting his love arts in there for you. Yeah, all the best to Martial. Shame it didn't work out fully for him. It seems that way with Elise, but no official talks between Man United and Crystal Palace, but player wants to come. Yeah, so thoughts on Martial leaving. It's about time, innit, lads? If we're being completely honest with us. I mean, it should have happened maybe a couple of years ago, do we think?
But I don't know if he's going to have a career now. Because
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, obviously it's because of the injuries. Like, it's really just ravaged his entire career. Well, not his entire career, but I think the last 3 years?
It's been pretty bad. Well, he went on loan to Civir, didn't he? And then even Civir fans, I think, were booing him at one point.
Yeah.
And then he came back, and then even though like last season was it where he was injured, but when he did play, he scored, didn't he? He had like a record of like every time he started.
He was our highest goal scorer until he got injured again.
Yeah.
So even when sparingly. Well, it's just the injuries that just killed him. Really.
Do you know what it was? It was that final injury. Whatever the final injury, was it his hamstring or something, or his quad? What was the injury? But it basically stopped him being able to run at all, didn't it? Like, just took all his pace away, so he couldn't be as dangerous as he once was. And if he did run, he basically would re-injure himself. Like, that's the way he was playing. And when you've got a guy like Martial who's got no pace, it's very difficult for him to make an impact as good as he is. So once he had that injury, I think that was it. I think that was curtains for him, unfortunately, because the guy is talented. The guy is a genuinely great player, but his body just let him down continuously, like every single time, and that's unfortunate.
It is a shame, innit? Because I actually think, like, ability-wise, he's fucking right up there with some of the players. Whenever you've watched him, like his fundamentals and technical ability, he's one of the most talented players at the club. But again, you just see how much like an injury can destroy a player. And I actually think it's going to go a similar way with Luke Shaw if he's not careful. The amount of injuries he's picking up at the moment, he might become that next kind of person who just cannot stay fit. And a few others at the club.
You saw it with when we got Michael Owen in, and you saw he was just not the guy anymore. Like he just was
he
not.
got played into the ground more than he did when he was young.
He was just not.
And I don't want that to happen with our current players either.
Same with Rooney. Rooney got played since he was 15 at Everton, like men's football, and then by the time he was 32, he was fucked. He was just done. And it's just like, this is the problem when you overplay players. It's going to be a very, very short career. And then on top of that, if you're injury prone, like it's done. Like you're not going to be able to keep up with everybody else if you're injury prone.
I suppose the silver lining, Civir, in all of this is the fact that the wages of the Bills obviously a massive thing in it. 200 grand a week. I think Martial's on. I think Christian Eriksen's going to move on as well. He's on a decent chunk of change. You've got Rafael Varane moving his £300,000 a week, so you're saving like 600 grand a week there alone in wages. So it is time to move these kind of players on now, isn't it?
Yeah, it just depends. Well, it's new management now, so people who are coming in probably wouldn't get that amount of money. So it's good. It helps us balance the books. Yeah, there has to be a silver lining in these kind of things. And of course, it just means that now we get another. I mean, hopefully we go for like a fit attacking player who can manage to stay fit. Because even Olise, I'm hearing like, I don't know too much about him, but from what I'm hearing, that he's also like injury prone. Like he's had quite a few injuries. So, that's going to be a tricky one. I mean, now we have to really do our homework and look into players' backgrounds. But then to be fair to Martial, like he didn't really have that sort of like an injury history before he joined us. So
yeah, it's true.
It's true. Yeah, basically you really can't tell these kind of things.
Sam, we've also had your player of the season put a quote out as well. Obviously, just joking there. He was talking about happy for the boys to lift the trophy and diving into that, saying it's been a frustrating season for him and he's been pushing to get back. But he said about, I don't normally react to things I see on social media, but there's a lot of people questioning my loyalty to this club and asking how I am fit for England but not United. The reality is I'm not 100% fit for either right now, but I'm doing everything I can and constantly working to be. I've been at this club for 10 years through highs and lows, and for anyone to question my loyalty is obviously frustrating. Do you think that probably stemmed from, do you remember when Rooney did the interview on Sky Sports and he said these players that are available?
Yeah.
And obviously, United fans reacted quite strongly, didn't they, when they saw that his name was on the Euro list with Southgate?
Yeah, I mean, Shaw's always had a difficult time with United fans up until fairly recently. Like, under Jose, he got a lot of stick, mainly because the manager was chucking him under the bus pretty much every week. And then you had, obviously, the injuries on top of that, so he was never available. And then his profile picture on social media has been him in an England shirt forever. So that like he's clearly that he loves playing for his country, and that's probably his top pinnacle of his career, despite playing for Manchester United. Like, playing for his country obviously means a lot to him. So I can see why fans might feel he's not loyal to United and he'd rather put himself through it to go play for England. But to be fair to him, like this season, he's been forced back a number of times when he clearly wasn't ready. And then he's had to come off in the middle of the pitch. So whether that's him saying, I'm ready, when he isn't, or whether that's the medical department and the club going, look, we need somebody. I know you're not 100%, but can you play? I don't know what's going on there. Like, we probably, because we're not behind the scenes, so we don't know. So that's also been an issue. Because every time we think, oh, he's coming back, he'll play, and then he literally gets taken off in the middle of the game. That happened like 4 times, didn't it, during the season? He'd get taken off mid-game because he wasn't fit. And I think that's another issue we spoke about yesterday, me and you, about the medical department needs to be like looked at, and training and all that sort of stuff, because clearly something going on. Because how many muscle injuries have we had this season? It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous muscle injuries. So that needs to be looked at. Since his leg break, like, I don't think people understand the leg break he had, in the Champions League when he broke his leg, how bad that is. Like, he almost lost his leg. Like, that's how bad it was. And he's got screws and plates in his, like, all parts of his leg. Like, he's proper fucked up. And when he gets older and finishes football, he's probably going to have significant issues with it. So I don't think people understand, like, how bad his leg was. So I think we need to cut him a bit of slack there, but then we also need to look at players and medical departments rushing players back or saying they're ready when they're not, because it's clearly happened too much this season. But I don't doubt he wants to play for United. I don't doubt he wants to play for England as well. He wants to play for both, but obviously his body is not up to it at this point, whether through his own fault or whether through the medical department's fault.
Chivy, what's your expectation with the left back area? Because going into next season, can you really rely on Shaw when he's shown like as many injuries as he's had this season? Malacia likewise as well has not been fit all season. Then the budget is only going to stretch so much, so they can only probably spend around 10-15 million pound. Is that an area that you're worried about?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Amrabat play left back. We've seen Lindelof play left back. Wan-Bissaka play left back.
Dalot.
Even Anthony played left back for a bit. I mean, Dalot is natural. He's a natural. He can play left back. Like he actually, when he played for Porto, he played more on the left. Well,
and AC Milan when he went on loan there as well.
Yeah, exactly. So with Luke Shaw, I'm in favour of keeping him, but then I completely forgot about the Euros. And I remember when Paul Scholes used to have like issues. There was a time like Paul Scholes retired from England quite early.
Yeah.
And he never went back. Like he was like, "Nah, I need to keep myself fit." Yeah. And if you're going through so many injuries, you're not fit, and you're still planning on going to, like, you can't complain when people come at you. I'm sorry, but like, you kind of bring these kind of things on yourself, because you have to choose what's most important to you. And if he's going to go to play for England, like if he makes the cut and goes to England and plays, and then comes back next season and he's got problems, then there's going to be very little sympathy for him, unfortunately.
It's a great point.
There will be very little. I mean, I don't care how many letters you write. Like, if you're not fit, why don't you just concentrate on yourself? And when the next competition is in 2 years. How old is Luke Shaw?
It's 28, I think.
Yeah. So if he gets himself right, he might be able to make the next competition. Who knows? But then, I'm not, him. I would love for Lisandro to pull out for the Argentine squad as well. Like, you're not fully fit and you're going, and then you come back. How much time are you going to get off before you get into pre-season? And then it's all over again. Like, it's mad. So, but we definitely need to get left back. And if we have a fit Luke Shaw, I would love for him to play sort of like not a big part role where he not a role where he starts in every game, but he can supplement. When Lisandro gets injured, he comes in centre back. Because he's a very intelligent.
I forgot about that as well. He can play at centre back completely.
Yeah, he plays centre back. Yeah, so he can. Yeah, do you remember last season when Lisandro got injured?
Yeah,
he fit in well.
Yeah. Him and Lindelof were like prime.
Honestly, because he's a 10-out player, can play out from the back. He's very good with his feet, confident on the ball, all that kind of stuff. So he can actually play left back and centre back. So it's one of them ones where we need to really have a conversation with him about this. Like, if Fergie was here, I don't think Fergie would let him go. Fergie did that a few times to some of our players where when they were not fully fit, he'd like, you're not going for any international game. Like, he was Man United focused. So it's just one of them ones. But the only thing we can do. But at the end of the day, it's his career. He has to play for England. We just have to hope that nothing drastic happens. I hope he doesn't even make the squad.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they need quite a few of the players need probably a couple of months off and get fresh and fit and ready for next season. Even Maguire, you look at, he's going to the Euro. He's only just coming back. He wasn't available for the final, and he's probably going with England and playing a lot of games.
You think as well, the last game for us was Sunday. Euro starts in just over 2 weeks on the 14th of June, which means they'll probably be in training for the next 2 weeks, building up to the tournament. So it's essentially zero break. Tournament finishes mid-July.
Yeah, and pre-season starts mid-July as well.
Pre-season starts towards the end of July. It's no time off at all. So you see these rash of injuries that we've had this season. That's just going to continue next season. It's just going to be the same
And
shit.
also, as well, you look at the European League formats, how they've expanded now, and there's more games.
Yeah, more games. Yeah.
And
There's
some
more
of the
games.
weeks, there's more games, and some of the weeks they're gonna have to play the same time as the cup games, so 3 games a week.
You know what just popped into my head now? Last season, Liverpool had like an injury-ravaged season. Not this season, the one before. I remember that before that, they played the most games.
Yep.
Out of all the teams in the Prem.
Their style
Last
as
season,
well.
Last season we played the most games out of everyone.
Yep.
And then look at what we're suffering now with the injuries. So it adds up.
Liverpool style as well. Like Liverpool style is rock and roll, all go, and then
Relentless.
Ten Hag is making the players run fucking miles when they're playing, and he's probably doing the same in training as well. So
it adds up, So then if you've played all, more games than anyone else the season before, come into this season where you've been injured, and then you want to carry on over the summer, like, bro.
Slightly worried about next season because we've had all these problems this year. I mean, what's to say it's just going to magically get better? More games, Euros. They're not going to have a proper pre-season. I don't know. I feel like a lot of them you need to put in a fucking cryo chamber for 2 months and then let them play. Like,
you got to look as well, the stupid tour that we did last season. You remember that? The fucking travel where it was like
Vegas,
Sweden,
New York,
across America, back across America, all over the place. Why are we doing that shit?
Play two games, like,
it's so
in
stupid.
a row, like day after day.
So stupid.
Played one game and then the next day played another game.
So we had
some players played both.
Kobe Mainoo got injured during that thing, just fucked the first half of his season. Ahmad got injured, and then shortly after that, like Lissandro was still carrying injury from last season, and then he ended up re-injured. Like he's just fucking.
Then Varane, and then it just dominoes. Just fucking everyone went. Right, I'm gonna read out some.
Sorry, go on.
I'm just gonna read out some comments. Go. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say that with everything that's happening with injuries and stuff, we might even have a lighter squad because there's quite a few players are leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if we're going to be able to, replace all of them. So there's going to be more players are going to be playing more games. I doubt if we'll be able to get 2 centre backs, 2 left backs, or whatever. So
we might have to rely on the academy a bit, to be honest. I think, like, you look at Harry Amas, for example, they might not even go out and buy a left back. They might just promote Amas and put trust in him, and because then that way you're not signing a player on like a big contract. Let's say, for example, you can integrate him into the squad, and then if Shaw's in and out, have him in Malacia, or I don't know how they're going to handle it. I think it's a tricky situation. That another decision for Ineos to make. And the rest of him. Right, what would you give Eric Ten Hag this season out of 10, lad? Says Dino. That is a tricky one. 6, I'd say.
Champions League it's a 0, isn't it? Because we just completely dicked it out of the thing. Carabao Cup is probably. Did we go out the first round that we were in the Carabao Cup?
4th round we went.
Yeah, but was that the first round we were in?
I don't know.
Did we play a game before?
I don't know.
So that's a 0.
Not great, yeah.
Premier League is
8th. -3. But then won the FA Cup. So wait, let me just add this to like the fuel to the fire as well. Have we had a more successful season than Chelsea, Spurs, Arsenal?
In terms of trophies, yes.
Is that more successful if you win a trophy? Would you not prefer a trophy?
Depends how you determine success. Like success for the right now, yes. For success in terms of what you going forward into the future, it's hard to say.
Because we were speaking about trajectories, weren't we, Sam, yesterday?
Yeah.
Or even it might have been earlier this afternoon. Head's completely gone. And we were saying it's all good talking about trajectories. They're all in football and they're on a certain path. But if you don't win anything within 5 or 6 years. Would you rather do what we're doing, but 2 trophies in 2 years is pretty significant, isn't it? Under one manager.
Yeah, but you've got to think. Yes, the trophies are successful. It's just like, but where are we going? Are we just going to win a League Cup, a FA Cup here and there, and then never progress beyond that? Like, what are we going to do beyond that? Like, you have to sort of look beyond like season to season trophy is a trophy, but then like when you look at it over a sort of 10-year span, and you've won an FA Cup here, Carabao Cup here, but you've never won a league. You're not really advancing the Champions League. No, I'm not saying you win trophies every single year. I'm saying like they're dotted throughout that decade. Like you look at Arsenal, 7 years I think Arteta's won FA Cup. That's not really that good, is it?
No, but example
if you look at where they were when he came in to where they are now, would you say that's progression?
It is, but they've not won anything, so
that's what it's hard to define. It's just like, do you want zero progression? You want to win trophies, or do you want some progression and potentially win the big trophies?
Civir.
Let's not forget, Jurgen Klopp didn't win anything in his first 3 seasons.
Yeah,
didn't win anything at all. And I think even after his first 2 seasons, I think Brendan Rodgers had like a better win rate or whatever, but it was clear to see where they were headed. So I think it's still a bit premature judging Arsenal by, oh yeah, you haven't won anything so far. Like Jose Mourinho won 2.
7 years, Chivy. 7 years.
One, I
7
think.
years.
5.
How many
5,
seasons?
I think.
Well, he joined
6. Then. Is it 6?
Through
is it 6 years? Then?
It's not 7. Come on.
I thought 5 years Arteta's been at Arsenal.
Arteta has had 3 full seasons. Are we talking about years or seasons? He's had 3 full seasons.
1 second.
Google is my friend. 2019.
So when
2019, 2000.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah, but then are we talking? No, but then we're talking about seasons here. Like, so he joined halfway through one of the seasons. When
he joined December 2019.
Yeah, so he joined
4.5.
Yeah, halfway
through.
through.
4.5, isn't it?
Yeah, so he joined halfway through, and then they came 8th that season.
Yeah.
And I think they won the FA Cup then.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
the next full season, he came 8th. So that's his full season.
Yeah.
Then they came
5th. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they came 2nd twice. Right. So that's 4 seasons, 4.5 seasons, or whatever you want to call it. But we're talking about a manager here. This is his first time ever. So it's not like Jurgen Klopp had won trophies and stuff like that. This is like his first full season. You understand? He hadn't won anything before then. He had never managed a club since then. So this is his first time managing. So I think you know. But anyway, back to so that we don't get too carried away. Yeah, successful. We've probably had a better season. We've had success more than Chelsea and Spurs, but I don't think we've had a better season than Arsenal.
If I was to ask you at the start of the season, would you rather win the FA Cup or get into the Champions League? You'd rather say get into the Champions League?
Yeah, 100%.
Sam?
No, I want the trophy.
I agree. Trophies define football for me personally.
Like,
if we're sat
at the end of the season, right?
Yeah.
Say we're sat at the end of the season and that game on Sunday doesn't happen, but we finish 3rd. Are we all going to be sat here fucking buzzing because we finished 3rd and we haven't won a trophy?
Yeah, trophies
that buzz from that trophy win was something else. Like, there's something in like that as a fan.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, that's why I think everyone has their preferences. I would rather just be competing in Europe's top elite constantly. Like, so, you know, I mean, it's not like we're successful. We always win trophies here and there. That's fine. But I want to be in the top flight the whole time. When we're trying to get players, they're going to look at where we're playing. You know, they're going to, okay, I don't want to play Europa League. Or, you know, that was one of Frankie de Jong's biggest things, Nick. Wasn't it? Like, he wants to play Champions League and all that kind of crap. So for me, and that's fair. Like, it's fair. Like, people can prefer trophies and stuff. I just want to be where Manchester United are supposed to be. We have no business playing the Europa League. Maybe times have changed now. Standards may have dropped, but not for me, man.
I think, I don't know, if we could win a trophy every year, I'd be happy. But then it's the progression side of things. You don't want to keep finishing fucking 8th every year. So I get that side of it as well. I just think it's an interesting narrative and an interesting discussion to have, because if you ask Arsenal fans, you know, if you finish 2nd and 3rd for the next 2 years, are you going to be happy with that? And you're like, well, no, because he's not won anything. He's not won a trophy.
Yeah,
you know?
But, you know, nowadays it's all about bragging rights. So people are just buzzing up because now we have the bragging rights. We can go back at people on Twitter and be like, yeah, we've won more than you. Like that's the biggest thing now.
Yeah,
we've won more than you. We've done more. Ten Hag has won 2 trophies or whatever. Arteta hasn't won. Like that's the thing now. But then if you look at the big picture, I would rather
Chivy
be. Yeah, sorry. Go on.
So you want to be in the Champions League, but you look at the squad. We ain't gonna compete in the Champions League. Like we're just not. So would you rather be in a competition where you know you're just gonna get dicked and kicked out early? Like we aren't gonna win it. We aren't gonna compete in it.
No,
like,
but
you look at the squads.
We're talking about hypothetically, aren't we?
I know, but where we are right now, like this squad cannot compete in the Champions League. Like can't. Like it's not good enough.
We probably can't even compete in the Europa League.
No, I agree.
You understand what I'm saying?
I agree, but why be in the Champions League?
So you're telling me now you'd rather play Newton County and all these people every year in the FA Cup?
So I heard.
That's what you're saying.
No, because the FA Cup.
Play Wigan and all these other people, but you'd rather not play. Yeah, exactly. That's because that's when you're playing the FA Cup now.
No, but we beat Liverpool, we beat City. They're top teams, are they not? Are they not top teams?
No, they are. But I'm saying if this is what you're playing every year, you're still gonna play those, the small. I want Real Madrid to come to Old Trafford. I want us to go to Juventus
and beat the shit out of us. And beat the shit out of us.
No,
I just want to get beat 5-0 by Real Madrid.
In football, though, aren't you? In that sense.
So we're talking about two. You're taking the argument somewhere else where it's completely. We weren't talking about that.
You bring it back.
Yeah, you're taking it somewhere else. Like you're saying we're not because we're Manchester United. This is what I'm saying. We're Manchester United. I want us to compete in the big competitions. That's it. You're saying, well, we're not good enough to play in the big competitions. Well, that wasn't the question. You're asking me what I'd prefer. I'd prefer to, I'd fancy my chances. I'd prefer to play Champions League football and get the revenue from it and be an attractive club to other people, not to be mid-table every year, 8th, 7th, and then get a cheap high of.
It's not. I'm telling you,
it's not a cheap high, man. It's not a cheap high. We beat how many teams to get there, and we beat Liverpool and we beat City. That's not cheap, man. They're two of the best teams in the country, and we beat both of them.
Yeah, that's
the Carabao Cup last season was a bit of a cheap high. I would say.
Carabao
Cup,
not
the FA Cup this season.
The manner in which we won the FA Cup this season was absolute. I mean, I don't think it's something that we probably won't be able to pull off.
You won't be able to replicate that
every season. We can't replicate that. So that's absolutely bang on.
It's an enigma in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, but we're not going to do that every year. Beat those two teams every single time and then go to... No, we're not going to do that every year. So it's one of them.
I think Dino's made a great point in the chat. He said, winning a cup trophy with 2 young academy players scoring both goals give me more memories than finishing 2nd or 3rd. And
I agree.
I compare it in the comparisons like Ollie, for example. We finished 2nd with Ollie, right? That season, people could talk about, it was a bit of a fake title charge or whatever. I'd rather end it the way we did this season, doing what we did against City in the final, than finishing 2nd like we did under Ollie.
As well.
Yeah, but that's not the argument that we're talking.
No. I'm not saying you're wrong because you're saying that. I'm just saying me personally. I that win the other day on Saturday. That's given me more joy than I don't know in the last 6-7 years. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean the manner in which we did it like that it's legendary. The Liverpool game is probably one of the games.
One of the greatest.
The greatest FA Cup games in history. But if we're just saying, what do you prefer to do? Not like, oh, look at the context of what we're doing now. Mm-hmm. What would you rather do? Then would you rather be a Champions League team, or would you rather be constantly finishing outside of the Champions League and winning either a FA Cup or Carabao Cup? Personally, I'd rather be among I'd rather us be mentioned amongst Euro's top elite. That's what I prefer. Yeah, personally.
I understand.
You think under Ollie as well, Nick, how much better the memories would be of Ollie's season had he won those trophies where he got into finals
past the line of a dance
and he got into the semi-finals? How much better we'd reflect on that, his time there. That could have potentially been some of the best times at United post Fergie if Ollie had got a trophy. And I know they weren't. If you don't win anything. Yeah, they weren't Champions League trophies. They weren't Premier League trophies. They were Europa League. They were Carabao Cups. They were FA Cups. So that's kind of where it'd be. Like my memory would be much more fonder, even though he did better in the league than Ten Hag did. My memory would be more fonder had he won those trophies.
It's definitely an interesting conversation. Just for the last 5 minutes then, lads. I know we've covered the manager quite a lot, but there is quite a bit of news again floating about. Kieran McKenna looking like he's going to stay at Ipswich. Chelsea signing the Leicester manager, Enzo Maresca, is it? I always forget how to pronounce his name.
Do you know, that was his first full season in management, by the way, the Leicester manager. Wow. Which
I think
Chelsea...
the teams are just looking at anyone who Pep's touched or talked to. It's like they're just hiring him based off that. Yeah. Like, anyone who's, are you Pep's brother? Yeah, you can have the job at fucking Real Madrid, mate. Like, it's bizarre. But yeah, how do you see the situation going? Because it has been very back and forth. I'm kind of looking at it now. I'm like, it almost seems like they're maybe going to keep Ten Hag now with McKenna staying, because he was the favoured option. So if he's staying at Ipswich, that leaves Tuchel, Pochettino, and Thomas Frank. Are any of them better than Ten Hag?
I think if you look to their CVs, say Ten Hag's not manager United, and he's the three people, Frank, him, and it deserved it.
You'd go for him, wouldn't you?
You'd go with Ten Hag, because he's won trophies and he's compete and won leagues. The other two haven't. However, because of his time at United, he's tainted because of what's gone on in the awful season we've had. That's why he's not in favour anymore. So if it's those three, I'm favouring Ten Hag. However, doesn't mean to say he will keep his job, or that Ineos don't think somebody else could do a better job, because at the end of the day, it's not up to us lot. Like, we don't get to decide. So,
Civir, right now, if you're Ineos, what decision do you make?
I don't know. But,
no, don't sit on the fence. Don't sit on the fence about this. Come on, give me some conviction.
No. Seriously, because we have to make an informed decision.
Yeah.
This is what I like about Ineos. This is what I like. I've been hearing about Ineos, the way they move, the way they operate. I like that, and whatever decision they make now would be informed. It's important that we don't make this decision based on emotion, like we did with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because it happened before. So it's very, very important that it's a fact-based decision, and whatever they choose, whether they say Ten Hag, whether they stick with Ten Hag, or they choose to go with another manager, I'm backing Ineos. I'm more than happy, because I know that, they have a much better view of the situation than we do. They're in there, they speak to the manager, they speak to other people, and let me also say this, like, Romano said that we've alerted certain agents of managers, so there hasn't been any talks with anyone yet, so we haven't spoken to any managers. We've only alerted their agents in case we need to, just to make them aware that, listen, we might be. So I think, So I think they might keep him, and if they do, I won't be too upset because of what I saw on Saturday. Not because of the win, but because finally he did what we've been asking for. He showed a tactical alteration. Just do something. That's all we've been asking all season. Just change it up. So he's shown us that he can. I won't be too upset if we stick with him. But I'm backing Ineos. Whatever they choose to do, like, I'm more than happy to because I know that it will be based on a lot of research, and they would have looked things over, and they would have taken a lot of things into consideration. So I'm done with the whole Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out thing. Like, whatever they choose to do, I'm backing it.
So rather than Ten Hag in or out, you're Ineos in, and that's kind of the
not Ineos in. God,
that's basically what you just said.
No. Yeah, I'm backing Ineos. I'm not. I hate.
You've got a flag with Dave Brailsford on it, and you're waving it.
I'm beginning to dislike this whole social media football thing, where you have to be one or another. You can't just be both, or you can't just make a decision based on context. It just has to be you're this or you're that, or you. So I'm backing Ineos' decision. I'm not Ineos in. Let's just say that.
He's in Ineos.
He's the in Ineos.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Tough decision to make, innit, Sam? And I know you stick by Ten Hag, and you said previously to all this kind of shit, you would like to stick with him. What's your kind of compass telling you now at the moment? Will they stay with him, or will they pull the trigger? Do you think?
I'm not sure because, like Chivy said, I think they're gonna look at everything, and they're like Chivy said again, like they know stuff that we don't. They see training, they've probably talked to players and asked their opinions and got staff opinion, all that stuff. They know way more than we do. We are basing it off what we can see in games and what he says in media interviews, which again cannot really be trusted.
You're basing it off the fact that you liked and have a lot of people just like him.
No, I'm being.
No, I'm not saying you. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
I'm not saying you, Sam. Just in general, people are just like him
because of what happened with the FA Cup.
Of what we've seen, then nobody.
Yeah,
wants
exactly.
To
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like if you look at the emotionality of the FA Cup, people will be like, "Keep him. He's won a trophy." But it's not that simple, man. Look at the Premier League. We finished 8th and terrible football up until the last 3 games where he actually tried something. Look at the Champions League. His keeper that he brought in cost us a Champions League. Carabao Cup, we got beat by Newcastle C team who look way more drilled than any of our first team. Like there's a lot of stuff there that is not good and has gone wrong. So you have to take all of that into account, plus what you see going forward, what you see in training, all injuries, all that sort of stuff. You have to take it all into account and make an informed decision. Making it based on emotion or fan whim is not the way to do it, because look what happened. Fan whim has got us in this position that we're in now, so we need to make it a proper decision. So all these journalists are just guessing at this point. We've seen it. They go, oh, Everton's definitely gone, and now there's this stuff come out going, oh, they're considering he's still staying. They know nothing.
They're trying to go early, aren't they?
They know fuck all. The fucking Daily Mail article that went today saying he's leaving has then amended their article and changed the sentence to "it is believed."
Yeah, you put, was it you who put that in?
Yeah, put it in. Yeah. So don't listen to the media. Don't listen to the bullshit they come out with, because it's just full of shit. Like me and Chivy said, 90% bullshit. It's entertaining, but it's 90% bullshit. Just don't listen to it.
I just want to give my last thoughts on the manager thing. I agree with you that you shouldn't make a decision off one game, but in that one game, Ten Hag showed me, and I'm sure he showed you guys as well, he is more than capable of beating the best of the best. With the team that he had as well. Didn't have a recognised striker. Had Wan-Bissaka at fucking, who's been in terrible form. You know, patches across the team. Rashford, who's been out of form as well. Onanu's been a little bit shaky. And he's gone and beat the best team in the world, who have lost like 3 times this season, and outclassed him. Because
he tactically adapted, which he's refused to do this season.
So I know that's the thing. I'm watching that and I'm like,
stubbornness. That's the problem.
He's just shown, he's shown on the biggest stage in the Manchester fucking derby, where he's lost the previous one, in a final of an FA Cup, a significant trophy, that he can do it.
Well, so you have to ask yourself this, Nick. Like, why did he take the circumstances?
Exactly.
For him to then pull that off? Because we needed him to do that countless times this season. We needed him to, even when we had the injuries, player for player, we were still better than Brentford. Player for player, we're better than Bournemouth, both games.
Copenhagen, we were better. We were better than Copenhagen.
We lost so many leads, -1 goal difference. Like, we've conceded so many shots. Why did it take, it was like almost like a desperate sort of situation where he knew, like, because basically his job was hanging on this. His job was hanging on this game. And why did it take so long for him to pull it out? Now, I hope that he's learned from this. I hope that he's taken something from this, because throughout the season, he didn't seem to learn from his mistakes. But I hope this time, maybe the pressure, maybe everything, maybe this changes him. Maybe. I'm hoping so. And then he, because now, honestly, if we go to play City next time, we have to see something similar. He can't come back with what we saw before. Like, he has to. Yeah, he can't go back.
If he gets results, beat Newcastle, beat Brighton, beat City in the final, like, that's the crazy thing. Why not be more pragmatic like 6 months ago?
He just didn't he didn't have a plan B, did he? Like, he just seemed to have plan A, and then that was it. There was no plan B, and it's just like, mate, you cannot keep doing this if there's no plan B. This is ridiculous. Like, you have to have a plan B.
Yeah, you have to be able to change things. And we know he can do it, because he's done it before. When we lost those first 2 games, changed things, and we're fine. Like, we had a few bumps across the road, but in general, we're really good. So we know he can do it. I don't know why, I think Ineos will stick with him, but I think some serious conversations will be had with him and the management, and they'll be like, listen, you can't.
He's gonna have
pull
to
this shit
explain
off
himself,
anymore.
innit? He's gonna have to explain
and
why
then
he's done
he'll
things.
be on thin ice, because it's going to be like, listen, if you keep doing, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Like this is what he was doing, and this is why he lost a lot of the fan base, and he has to correct this. But I think he's earned the right, to be honest. As much as I've criticized him this season, I think he's earned himself another season. Personally.
I think with that game, I genuinely sorry, Jimmy, go on.
No, please.
I was just say, if they pull the trigger right now, I think I'd be gutted, to be honest with you, because I think doing that in a final, with all the circumstances involved, you've got to give him 6 months, man.
Had he come in,
try and turn it around. Like,
had he come into that final and reverted to type like he had done with the previous game,
and we got slaughtered.
I think all of us would be like, he's gone, he's done, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
But because he showed something tactically, and he did it in the Brighton game, the Newcastle game, and stuff, he showed something.
Yeah.
Even Arsenal, I know we lost
Arsenal as well, we showed something where you're like, okay, he can change shit, and he is capable of doing it.
Yeah.
So that's given him. It was like he was on death row for the whole season, and then as soon as we started walking him to the gallows, he went, I could do this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because here's the thing, managers get it wrong all the time. Like, there's nothing wrong. Like, Fergie got it, the best managers. Yeah. Every now and then they get it wrong. But what we need to see is that you learn from the mistakes. Like, if you get it wrong now, you can't go back to the drawing board and just put up the same image all over again. Like, it has to change. So this is the first time that we've actually seen something change. And, the football was never always amazing under Fergie. There were times when we just had to sit back. There were lots of 1-0 wins where we snatch at the end. I mean, it happens. We don't expect you to come out and be fucking, take it after the whole game. Like, we understand that. Just give us something that we can see is working. Give us something that we can believe in, that we know that, okay, we say what you're trying to do, and we know that, a few tweaks here and there in the summer, you'll be able to add some additions to make it work. But what he did on Saturday was a masterclass. I'm sorry, like that was. Yeah, that was, and people are going to be taking notes.
Yeah.
No,
when you play City now, people will be taking notes of how to beat City, because this was a convincing way to beat City. Because you have to be maybe like a Liverpool or Arsenal to play that kind of, to be.
Can't go toe to toe. You can't go toe to toe
with them. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
But then this is his shot. I mean, it was just pure genius, and he made it look easy.
Yeah.
Honestly.
The way he surprised Pep almost. Pep was on the side, and he was like, scratched his head. It's like, fuck. And he even said in his post-match presser, sorry, we're slightly going over time here. We will finish in a minute. But he even said in his presser, he was like, I got it wrong. Tactical got it wrong. Like, and he just looked like he was baffled, and he was done.
He also said he called Lisandro Martinez one of the best centre-backs in the world. Yeah. Which, that's high praise, man. It's high praise.
He's a hybrid centre-back. Like, you don't see centre-backs so good on the ball. Apart from defending, like, his defending was class. Like, he bullied, Erling Haaland, but just the decisions he makes on the ball, the passes, it's just insane, man. Like, honestly.
Yeah, random guy says Ten Hag has the potential to become the best manager after Sir Alex Ferguson. You mentioned Sir Alex. I mean, obviously, Sir Alex notoriously didn't win anything for years, and then that kind of cup trophy sparked his. I'm not saying he's going to go for 27 years at State United, but I'm just saying there is the comparison in that sense where he might winning that might just keep him his job, and then who knows what happens in the future. We may look back at this situation as a proper pivotal moment where Ineos make the correct decision or they make the wrong decision. But either way, they've got a fucking massive decision to make, and we've all said previously, we don't envy him at all because it's such a difficult choice. Really, really is. So yeah,
and you risk the fans, like, because I've been seeing online, like, everybody is just like, there's people attacking Ineos now because the thing came out to say they might not, when journalists were putting out reports saying, he might get sacked, like there's people like really attacking Ineos, going in on them, and it's something that, I think he stays. I think he
need to make a decision like soon, very soon. You can't allow this to go on now.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't want them to be like, okay, you're here for 6 months. Like, if that's your decision, that's your decision. Commit to it. You're a manager, and then you have the season. Not, let's see what he does for 6 months. Or no, make your decisions. Either in or out.
I agree, absolutely. Yeah, very good chat that. Proper went in depth. I don't think there's not a fucking blade of grass we haven't covered, so buzzing with that. To go from a season review to an absolute 30-minute breakdown of the season and everything that's happened with the manager and what's going to happen in the future. That's how it is. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're on 5,138 subs at the moment, on the road to 10k. So please do hit that sub button if you're watching live or watching later on. Drop us a follow on socials: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all booming at the moment. And also for any members who are in the chat, just a couple of new ones in there as well. We've got a video dropping. It's a letter to Eric Ten Hag, and you'll see what that is when it does drop. It's been filmed. It just needs to be edited, and it'll be put out for you guys in the next couple of days. So, yeah, let us know what you think of that video. And thank you to Sam and Civir for coming on. And, yeah, enjoy the rest of your night, lads.
Peace out.
Peace out.